When I return to CryptoQ Media channel, I want to greet everyone again. I have said it many times, particularly in the last several months, but in my over 6.5 years of working with XRP, this is the most disgusting thing I have ever encountered from XRP holders. While I have been an active member of the XRP community, I have never sold any of my tokens. What little I've seen makes it sound like the worst. The current price scenario is making it difficult for some people to gain a hold on things, which can be emotionally demanding owing to the protracted periods of sideways market activity. I don't think that means most people are miserable, though, it just means that some are struggling. I understand completely. Consequently, these people tend to be the most vocal, creating the false impression that they represent a sizable group while, in reality, they are actually a relatively small fraction of the whole population. Regrettably, I believe that the worst of holding XRP has passed with the resolution of the SEC litigation, and now that we are into a bull market with XRP being legally clean, so I hate to be the one to break the bad news. Keeping a cheerful attitude is beneficial for many reasons. I fear that many XRP holders will lose out on the future opportunities because of the hardships that people have endured. In addition, the direction of price movement in the future is totally uncertain. My best guess is that XRP will continue to play a role in this market for some time to come. Sure thing. Previously unmatched. Determine the cost. Sure. It is, in fact, real. Additionally, I can provide you with some advice from an experienced market participant and, in my view, a leading chart analyst in the field. On top of that, he gives a detailed account of why people miss out on favorable situations. Recent XRP highs are not going to be accessible to everyone. A few other market updates are also worth mentioning, one of which includes Bitcoin, which is, of course, at the forefront. Additionally, there have been other developments about XRP. So far as I can tell, 3 analysts have given me their unanimous verdict on one parameter. I found at least 5 or 6 experts that have basically stated the same thing in the last 2 days. As it would be too repetitive to highlight all of them, I only did so for 3 of them. Nonetheless, allow me to stress the issue. If they're correct, this turns into your joy will be complete upon seeing it. That, however, comes at a substantially higher price. Before we go any further, I want to clarify that I am not a financial expert, that this is not advice on how to manage your money, and that you shouldn't buy or sell anything because of what I suggest. I say sure, I'm merely an interested observer who enjoys making YouTube videos about Bitcoin. That is, just for fun and enjoyment. At 6:16 p.m. Central Time on Friday, June 28, 2024, XRP is selling for 47 cents. Bitcoin is currently priced at $60,374, and the Crypto Fear and Greed Index will not update for another 43 minutes and 66 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and 3 seconds. So, I'm curious to watch the outcome, which is probably going to be about the same. We have not made any major changes to the pricing today. We will not settle down here permanently. I understand, it gets old to hear that all the time. The point is, we're in that situation. It will be interesting to see how various chart experts, some of whom have been following this for a long time, evaluate the situation while we wait. Respected Bitcoin chart specialists weigh in on the topic. Actually, I mentioned this man right as the video started. I think those 401,700 followers are well deserved. And he spoke with the authority of someone who has been around forever, imparting wisdom. Give in to the impact of his words. If you're having trouble avoiding harm in your fuel fields, you should pay attention. Because we're right anyway, I'll restate my original point again. Once everything is said and done, XRP will have successfully managed utilities. Arrives at zero in due time. Markets will eventually settle this subject, regardless of how the prices fluctuate. Plus, this specific case has required years of work. If all this is just illogical speculation and people's emotional reactions, I will not sell my XRP at a reduced price. Absolutely not. But it's true that some people have trouble doing that. That is why I think it's important to stress this point. This is how his writing is shown. Here, where 95% of people can only see their immediate surroundings, the value of a coin plummets by 90%. It will never exceed 90%. It is hopeless. The fate of a whole coin is uncertain. It will continue to rise in the next 100x inflow. So, why don't we renounce our faith? Does anybody here recognize that mindset or feeling? Because of this, I've reiterated time and time again that people act and think based on their emotions, not on the direction in which prices are going. They believe it will continue doing that forever. No matter how many times you ask, they won't do it forever. Perhaps this is finally coming to a close, but no one ever believes that. Instead, they must rely on hindsight to prove them wrong. I can confirm that to be true here. A coin's value will decline over time. 90% by studying historical records, we can deduce that. That assertion is not true. Looking at the background of each coin in this category reveals that this is not true. Gains in wealth continue to soar. Be cautious from this point on. You might have fear of missing out FOMO, but it's quite unlikely, if you're close to a peak in the next 100 times. Where exactly does XRP fit into all of those categories? To begin with, the SEC has cruelly and deliberately stifled it in the first place, and it has been consolidating for the previous 6.5 years, meaning that it has been waiting for the perfect opportunity to arise, ever since its last all-time high. Alternatively, when the price of XRP has gone up by 20-30. To what extent, then, will it reach that stage? Where does the better buying opportunity seem to be? I am not trying to guess the price. The answer is obvious: when the price drops. However, some people are finding it difficult because they are afraid it may fall much lower. You didn't go with the lowest option. It picks any coin in the near run. Buy anything. Also, your investment's value will naturally decline over time. I promise you that the bottom tier will not sell. His argument goes like this: the average person can only see 5 feet ahead of them, even when danger is a mile away. They are under the false impression that the current situation is indicative of what the future holds, but in reality, it will be gone shortly. Also, what is slowly but surely on its way will be the standard very soon. In the meanwhile, how about we go for a little stroll? Future was what he meant to write. I read it aloud to him because he will definitely become the present at any second. He went on to remark that, even when faced with a potential danger that could be a mile away, only around 5% of people take the time to look beyond their immediate area. In my opinion, those are the people who are in a stronger position. Yes, I understand. This is why I can't stop harping on the significance of usefulness. We will win the day. Either Tuesday or Wednesday could work, however I'm still unsure. He continues by saying that being ahead of the curve increases your odds of seeing emerging trends before they become widely used. Printed cryptocurrency will have been unsuccessful by that time. And this is important, he's absolutely correct. For the simple reason that XRP is useful for businesses and individuals alike. Is the price high enough to discourage them from going? No. Does everyone seem to be noticing that more and more now? Absolutely, no issue. In light of the current state of affairs, I doubt I am alone in holding this view. I may be entirely erroneous, but I base my beliefs on what I see to be very reasonable reasoning. The on-chain analytics provided by Sandeem Bitcoin were the source of this information. This is only a short-lived improvement after 2 weeks of decline. It appears that the audience's patience is running low, though, because of the consistently harsh comments they've been leaving. This, together with the RSI's recent low of 36, strongly suggests a possible rebound is on the horizon. Indeed, I comprehend. When the relative strength index RSI dips below the 200-day moving average and enters the oversold zone, the lettuce hands disappear and the upper hands reappear. There's no changing that. Altcoin marketplaces that operate in a similar fashion also exist, of course. This is where you can find the real money. The current economic nobody is becoming rich off of Bitcoin purchases right now. We can only expect for a 2- or 3-fold increase since the amount of money involved is too high to achieve a significant multiplier impact at this time. That could be achieved. Great, I would love it. Regardless, it's still maybe a fortune. Picture a flood of investors pouring money into XRP and the other altcoins it backs. Over 240,000 is the new price of Bitcoin. Although I do not fully discount the possibility, I must admit that I find this quite implausible. Yeah, I'm serious about that. That is not completely insane, in my opinion. Personally, I don't think it's likely. But my goodness, if it comes to fruition, the cryptocurrency market is going to see a massive influx of capital. After Bitcoin breaks out of its current range, altcoins will see a significant rebound, according to Mikey Bozic. This is because altcoin dominance has hit rock bottom and Bitcoin dominance has reached its pinnacle. I feel the same way, but I won't bet on when or how much the lovely rally will cost you. All I can say is that you need to make it through this final shakeout alive. The future of Bitcoin, rather than its short-term price swings, is what matters most to me. I have witnessed the acceptance of XRP and the overall expansion of the crypto market skewed in that direction over my 6.5 years of involvement in the field. The tendency is evident, regardless of your opinion. The fact that you've subscribed and taken the time to view my channel is greatly appreciated. We can meet up later.